don't feed those yet, because just feed them a little before you drink the tea. So, Catherine, if you put them over there, and when they're going to serve the tea, you can serve the cake. Everything that's necessary for tea, for the making of tea, is now in place. If you notice that this is a chawan or tea bowl, and when you are given that tea bowl, you hold it with two hands. This shows respect and care of the tea bowl itself, as well as the craftsman who made it. This utensil contains the tea, and this is going to be powdered tea that you're drinking, bright green. It's it's the leaf of the tea that's ground finely and then whisked. So this is the earliest style of tea that came to Japan from China. But this way of making powdered tea was lost in China. It's only just been reintroduced by Japan into modern China. It's very helpful because because you're drinking the tea leaf itself, and it contains many more properties that steeped tea or the ordinary Indian or green teas of the world. It's a different beverage altogether. This is a tea bowl that I chose to bring today because we had a long lecture about the connection of early Christianity in Japan. And this tea bowl was brought here from Nara Prefecture, which shows little samurai figures on it, because this was in Nara was the very earliest part of Japanese imperial connections and so on. Then it changed from different places. But because the Christian missionaries, the Christians who came from Nara and offered tea in my garden while the bishops made high tea on a bamboo altar, that connection is reinforced in tea and Christianity today. So each person, you make tea, you take two spoons. So the second spoon is a way of adjusting. If you know someone wants stronger tea, you make two really big spoons, or 1.5 or whatever. And of course the tea itself is delicate. It has to be sieved first and then whisked. So the quantity of tea and the water is very carefully judged to make it a nice bowl, refreshing and enjoyable. So if you notice when Wendy takes this, she's going to serve these main guests. So thank you to the host for serving, for making this bowl of tea. And this is thank you to God for the tea, and then you turn the bowl. Now, many bowls are not made on a potter's wheel. They have different shapes and so on. And so many have a front or a best part. You don't always use the front for the guests. But you don't always, they don't always have a front, but you treat it as if it is a front. Because you learn to turn it and turn it back and so on, so that always the part that you make the tea from comes back to the beginning again. It's a sort of a time and motion study, the sort of thing that became fashionable in America in early years. So, but it's a discipline, and you study tea because it gathers you for pleasant enjoyment with a group of people who are interested in culture and these sort of things. And so you make tea friends through tea, but that is your part of your learning experience, your discipline, and then it takes you into this world of cultural Japan. All right.
Please enjoy the sweet.
Yes. So if you just eat your sweets, sorry about that, then that keeps the flavour of the sweet in your mouth and helps you balance the flavour of the tea.
Mrs. McCarthy. Oh. I noticed when Wendy was passing over the bowl, she did it with her right hand. What happens if you're left-handed, like I am?
Well, I think it's very difficult. See, I was born left-handed,
Yes.
but I was taught by the nuns.
I was too.
So we learned to do things with the right hand.
Very good.
And I think particularly in Japan as well, you see calligraphy would be very, I don't know that you could do good calligraphy with a right hand, with a left hand, because the way those kanji are designed, I think could you do kanji with a left hand?
No.
So I think it would be it would be within the Japanese community to try to do things with your right hand. And you can't change the movements, all the movements of any tea production. Your whole body is involved, and it's so smoothly able to, one movement follows another with such an easy, graceful pattern. I don't think you could make it.
Please enjoy your sweets.
You will. Please eat.
It's very mushy.
Is it? Oh, good. I'm glad it is. Because I don't eat sweets, so I never know. I'm always nervous about what's being served.
Should I finish it all before the tea?
Yes. That tea, well, yes, wait till it warms up.
No, I will finish it. Well, I'll finish.
And here's a perfect place to put your paper, put your rubbish things, or you can stick it, you know. But you don't, when you come into a tea room, you don't take anything in except what you're wearing and what you can carry in your around you. Not you don't put anything down and leave it. This is a special place where you go in and you enjoy whatever the hospitality of the day, and you leave without leaving anything behind. Why don't you get the girls? Do you want to come and sit? Oh,
No, I got to visit us.
you want to sit down at the moment?
That suite was beautiful. Mrs. McAbee. The suite was beautiful.
He's making
It was beautiful,
It was
wasn't it?
beautiful.
Oh well, I'll thank Yukiko who arranged them today. Oh, that's good. Yes. It might have been better than the homemade ones. But we also want to encourage a skill for the Japanese ladies, particularly to make the sweets.
Yes, it's
They're
lovely.
often, so attractive. The appearance is as important as the taste.
Take it all over mine.
Seasonal feeling or whatever.
There's all membership.
So now we go back to this figure in Tokonoma, and we'll open these doors so you can have a look straight on one later. I've used a landscape in the. This is called this alcove part. It's called a tokonoma, so that's for display of anything. So this figure is of a wood gatherer. His name is Nintaro, I think. Ninsin. I get it mixed. Ninomiya Kinjiro. Kinjiro was a pet name, I think, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Sotoko or something was his. Anyway, he started off as a simple country boy, and he was a wood gatherer. But he always had a book with him. And wherever he went, he was studying. So he could read and gather at the same time. And this gave him a great sense of looking for knowledge and so on. And he became a great figure in Japan because he changed the whole economy and made it into a modern style economy. So a self-taught person who developed through his early thirst for knowledge. So we've got thirst for tea, thirst for knowledge. But this becomes, he used to be a figure in every Japanese school because he's a model for the young generation to learn from and understand the meaning of education in everyday life.
His mother died when he was, his father died when he was 14. His mother died 2 years later. And he was very, the story's available on the internet. And so his family was very poor, so he had to work for his uncle, and he studied by himself. He developed such knowledge, he found some abandoned land, developed it, made money from that. By the age of 20, he restored his family's name. He then started looking after a small township that was in hardship. The local daimyo heard of him and put him in charge of a whole prefecture. He saved Odawa from famine. When there was a famine on, he said we should, because he became in charge of the whole area, he said, well, we should open the grain stores to the public. And the other administrators sort of went, no, not a good idea, you need the shogun's approval. So he said, no one eats this rice until the shogun allows it. And the administrator said, well, maybe it's a good idea to let the public eat. And so he saved the whole township. So he's known throughout Japan as being a very studious individual who not only looked after himself, but looked after his community. It's a great message for school students to study hard.
But he also, modernised
All the agriculture, yeah.
I've read it a number of times, but I'm getting too old to remember. I remember things that are important to me, but this only happens once a year.
So there is
And
actually,
about probably the last time I've used this figure. But you see, it's like tea itself was always a man's province. It was developed in daimyo, samurai times, and it became part of the samurai tradition as well. So there are still schools of tea where various movements relating to warrior movements and so on. But this school of tea was begun in the beginning of the Meiji period. The Grand Master of this school said to the Emperor, "You're throwing out all Japanese tradition and you're bringing in modernization. We've now joined the world, so this is Meiji, the period of modernization of Japan." And they said, "Well, we're not going to be sitting on tatami or doing this or doing that. That foreigners don't like that." And he said that you must keep these traditions, and he convinced the emperor that this was important. So instead of it being considered, oh, it's just a hobby or a leisure, it became part of the school system as well. When girls were first introduced to studying studying in the modern way. So this follows a traditional sense that now it's very important to realise that when I was in Japan many years ago, and what was the meaning of this? I was studying something I didn't have the slightest idea really what was the depth of meaning. But through the discipline, you get to like this sense of calmness and quietness. So I came back to Australia and I had a chance to build a tea room. So that started me on this road of what is it about? What does it mean? Now, for Japan, you don't study it that way. But for a foreigner, you need to understand the philosophy and the background and the meaning, and that spiritual sense that you naturally feel within tea itself. So that connection is now, for this modern generation, we are people explaining the meaning of tea to other people, so that when it comes to looking at Japanese art or any cultural thing or any part of Japan, you are introduced in a different way, and that gives meaning to what we do.
thank you very much for joining us.
By the way, Anthony, half his life is involved with money affairs, so
I work for the Prudential Regulation Authority. So.
so there you are. He's got all excited again. Finish the rest of the story for the next group.
Yes, I will.
But anyway, did you enjoy that?
Yes, we do.
Did you want any questions or before you go?
She lived in Japan for some time.
Yes, but don't ask me about my young days. I've been doing tea for more than, say, 55 years. Don't ask any more than that, and don't question on the fingers. I used to teach students in Japan, university people, so, and they used to say, how long have you been in Japan? How old were you when you came to Japan? This and that. To get around to finding out what my age was. And I would say, don't worry, I'm only 18.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.